So every now and then, there's a story that comes up that's too funny or too interesting to ignore, and, well, that's exactly what happened today. Today, all hell broke loose from the mainstream gaming journalists, and every time I get the opportunity to mock and deride the mainstream outlets, well, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, this is about the game Stellar Blade, and if you remember when the game first came out on PlayStation, well, these same outlets lost their shit because the game has, oh no, a sexy female protagonist. And, of course, these same outlets are attacking the PC demo and the mods for it because some of them are NSFW. Of course, some of these outlets employed literal sex workers like Alyssa Mercante. Now, I didn't play Stellar Blade on the PS5, I'll play the PC port, but I won't review it because I go on vacation right after it comes out, so the timing just doesn't work for me, unfortunately, but I will go ahead and play it then. And I am anti-gooning, but I supported this game when it came out, and I'll support these mods too because, well, it upsets all of the right people, so hell yeah, keep upsetting them. And before we get into the specifics of the mods, I want to talk about the developer, because the developer, as you can see from the article here from wccftech.com, the Stellar Blade developers fully embrace the mods. Now, I think many of us in the gaming space are pro-modder because, well, they do a lot of things like fix games, and I'm anti-gooning, so I don't think you should install a nude mod or anything like that. But again, if it upsets the gaming journalists, well, that is okay with me. Now, all at once, in a definitely not coordinated attack, all of the mainstream outlets lost their shit and all released different articles, and we'll talk about them as we go on. So we have the first one here, which is from Insider Gaming. Stellar Blade mods surface on Nexus, and they're as lewd as you can imagine. Stellar Blade's PC demo has given rise to a spree of mods appearing on Nexus, the premier platform for PC-based mods and the home of gaming-related smut created by budding developers around the world. If there's an NSFW mod out there for a game, you'll find it on Nexus Mods. We also have Games Radar. Stellar Blade already has mods thanks to its Steam demo, and you simply won't believe this. The top 3 are all nude mods. I stand here stunned, surprised, and shell-shocked. They act like they just fought in a war. It's actually so fucking embarrassing. And then we have the main article that I wanted us to take a look at, which is from TheGamer. It's taken less than 72 hours for Stellar Blade's demo to get bombarded with raunchy mods. And that is not very neutral language, as you can tell. They are very upset and just kind of going through a full-blown meltdown. But let's go ahead and check out what is in the article and why the article is so ridiculous. Stellar Blade's Steam demo has been available for less than 72 hours, but we're already seeing the game bombarded with raunchy mods. Nexus Mods has a handful of Stellar Blade mods, most of them NSFW, either enhancing Eve's assets or removing her clothes entirely. Astonishingly, there's even a beautification mod for Eve, meaning no character is safe from the dreaded yassification. Stellar Blade is actually a pretty good game at its core, full of fast-paced action and an interesting world, but it shall always and forever be known as the game for the terminally down bad gamer, thanks to the scantily clad main character Eve. Now, I want to stop right there because I think there's a couple points that really need to be hit on. Number 1, they admit that the game is fun, which, last time I checked, was the most important fucking thing. Isn't that funny? The game is fun. You're kind of undermining your own argument right there. Now, when a lot of these mainstream outlets attacked this game when it first launched, they were calling it basically a porn game, but now they're admitting it's fun. And that's something that's kind of funny because even the most puritanical gamers seem to enjoy the game. Now, a lot of people said it's just a solid game, not a great game, and listed several games that came out better than it, and that's okay. But a fun game is still, fun. And again, that is the most important thing. That is the only thing that matters. And again, we've already established that these people aren't against porn. They openly hire sex workers, and they also post articles like these. Blade's 3-pair romance scene was more important than you think. Really? I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. I know that scene was supposed to be comical in the game, but it's just fucking disgusting. But yeah, it's not more important than you think. They also posted this article, Baldur's Gate 3 players upset at the lack of Willy physics. Now let's read the first paragraph. In Baldur's Gate 3, you can pick out your custom character's Willy before embarking on your quest to destroy the Absolute. Think of like window shopping before all those long nights at camp, getting your groove on with Asterion and whoever else tickles your fancy or bites your neck. The only downside is that you can't wag it around like a floppy, uncooked sausage. Thank you, Mr. James Lucas. You are very insightful. So again, these people aren't against lewdness, they're not against NSFW things, they're against Stellar Blade because the protagonist is an attractive woman. And when they say that the game shall forever be known as the game for the terminally down bad gamer, they created that narrative when they attacked the game. They're the people who set the narrative. And now they expect us to believe it. If they had never tried to establish that narrative in the first place, guess what? No one would think that. So let's go ahead and continue the article. There are a wide variety of costumes you can wear to show off her assets, and some are about as raunchy as you can get on PlayStation without having her run around in the buff. Stellar Blade's PC release is another matter entirely though, as while all of the official content walks the NSFW tightrope, the same can't be said for the many raunchy mods that we all expected would be made once the game finally made its way onto Steam. That will happen later this month on June 11, but thanks to the recent release of the Stellar Blade demo, the raunchy mod floodgates have officially opened. Again, we already established they don't care if things are raunchy. At the time of writing, there are currently 33 mods for Stellar Blade on the website Nexus Mods, most of them placed firmly in the adult category. You have your tame stuff such as catsuits for Eve, and mods that make her rear and chest comically large, but then you have some mods that are a lot harder to explain if someone catches you downloading them. They really want you to care what they think. Oh my god, someone's doing something on their own time, on their own computer. Oh no, it's the end of the world. Again, I don't think you should be downloading nude mods. I'm anti-gooning, and I'm about as puritanical as it gets. But ultimately, who the fuck cares this much? We know that they don't. They just want to own the chuds. That's all it comes down to. Alright, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. You'd also believe that a game like Stellar Blade, which has arguably some of the most conventionally attractive characters in video games, would be safe from the standard yassification mods that are usually made for games with female leads, but nope, there's indeed a mod that claims to give Eve a beautification, which is possibly the only one I could safely link to without accidentally subjecting someone to the degenerate parts of the internet. Again, we keep coming back to the fact that they obviously don't care or have a problem with beautification or degeneracy in general, and they've linked to things that would be just as dirty in the past, including some of those mods that I already showed you. It was an inevitable part of Stellar Blade coming to PC, especially with the reputation that the game has. Again, a reputation they created. But it's still honestly quite impressive that the game has been bombarded with so many raunchy mods less than 72 hours after the release of the demo, but hey, we should have expected this from a game with a social media account that retweets NSFW fan art. Again, you like NSFW fan art, you fucking losers. You just hate sexy women. Was this article written by some ugly bitch or a gay dude? I would be willing to bet that the guy who wrote this article is, let's just say, a proud LGBT supporter. Now, I know that this video was quick, but I did just kind of want to make fun of the mainstream media. Again, anytime I get the chance to mock and deride them, I'm probably going to take it. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good shit. But as always, guys, this has been your boy Drinker, and I'm out of here. Peace.